Hello, welcome to this mini podcast all about the Artificial Intelligence Factory. My name's Dilpreet Sall, and I'm a solutions consultant here at Nexus Frontier Tech. And I'm really excited to be recording this today because I get to talk about something I'm so passionate about, which is the AI Factory. And I'm going to talk all about why we set it up, how it works, and how we use this framework with our clients. Before I jump into all of that, a little bit more about me. So I've been a part of the Nexus family for almost a year now. And before that, I was working in innovation labs using emerging technology to really see what the art of the possible is. And everything that I've learned along the way, along with everything that my colleagues at Nexus have learned along the way, has gone into building out our framework called the AI Factory. So I'm going to talk a bit about how the factory works and our approach now. The AI Factory is a 5-step process with an inbuilt consulting and development stage. And the easiest way to think of it is as a funnel. What goes in at the top of the funnel is a list of unprioritized ideas which have the potential to become a use case. And what comes out is an implementation proposal for a full AI solution. And the reason we're able to deliver a framework like this is through the tried and tested tools and frameworks that we've built, and also the team that we've built who knows exactly what's needed at each step of the funnel. The first step of the funnel is all about use case gathering, and this is where our consultants go into a business to conduct a 360 scan and build that holistic view of what the business needs. And what comes out is a prioritized use case list, which can get passed on to our analysts in stage 2. Stage 2 is all about building that compelling case for the use case. And we do this in a couple of ways. We try to build a picture of what is the need for the use case. Does the use case align to the overall data strategy of the company? And finally, is the use case likely to have a compelling ROI attached to it? And we know this is something that a lot of organizations struggle with, trying to attach a number to an AI solution. So we've built an ROI calculator that attempts to put a number on both the tangible and intangible benefits that a use case may have. And only use cases which have that compelling ROI behind them and a compelling need and a compelling alignment make it through to the next stage, which is the technical feasibility assessment. This is where a technical expert can get involved and really begin to analyze each use case from a tech perspective. They try and build, obviously, the solution, but also the things from our experience that they look out for is any implementation complexity, any complex SLAs that the solution needs to meet, any data collection challenges that they foresee, and perhaps the biggest bucket at the moment that they go into is any integration challenges that they see. This comes to the end of the consulting part of the funnel, and what comes out of here is a report with the recommendations from all the information that is gathered. We're able to present it all in a way that shows each use case articulated as watertight as possible, present the initial business case, and also present the feasibility assessment with the predicted technical challenges. All of this information helps the client to build a better picture of each use case and make a decision on which use case should go forward for a development into a pilot. This kickstarts the development phase of the funnel, with the first phase all about the development of the pilot and testing it with real client data, and the last part of the pilot, which is all about developing the implementation proposal. And the benefit of doing it this way is that each proposal that comes out of the factory has already been through a rigorous testing of analysis, a feasibility assessment, and has been tested with real client data. And of course, this is a repeatable model, so you can have many use cases going through the funnel depending on the size of the factory that is constructed. And we know this framework works. We've tried this framework with multiple clients, multiple use cases, and it always ends with the same great output. We had a client come to us at the end of last year with quite a unique problem. So this client was asked by the UK government to basically scale their processes by almost 60%, which is a huge ask for any organization. And the organization identified technology, particularly AI and automation, as a tool to help the business processes to scale. Now, because of the nature of this organization, they had a lot of manual processes, which is great because automation can help in so many ways. But the issue was they had so many ideas, but didn't have a methodology to prioritize any of their ideas, turn their ideas into well-articulated use case, and they had a lot of trouble defining the business value or the business case that they could attach to it. And on top of that, they also had this tight time frame that the government had set out for them to give them their proposal on how they were going to scale their processes. So this is a perfect candidate to bring in something like the AI Factory, because the AI Factory is the framework that could be used to take hundreds of ideas and get them down into a pilot for testing, which builds out the proposal for implementation. And this is exactly what the client did. So they were able to use the Nexus tools and frameworks to prioritize more than 100 use cases. They built that holistic approach, which meant that every single use case aligned to their data strategy of the company. And at the end of it, they were able to turn around 4 proposals within 2 months, and each proposal had that comprehensive analysis, technical feasibility assessment, and also had a pilot with real client data using those results to back up and evidence each one of the proposals. The client was able to present their plan back to the government on how they were planning to scale their processes. And we also left them with a repeatable framework for further use cases that they wanted to test. And this is a great way to turn around results in a small amount of time with minimal upfront planning needed and minimal investment needed upfront. So if you'd like to learn how you could replicate a framework like this in your organization, please reach out to us on the information details provided, and we hope to hear from you soon.